One of the easiest ways that you can set yourself up for narcissistic abuse is to stop engaging with your interests, your hobbies, and your passions. When you stop engaging with your own interests, your own hobbies, and your own passions in this life, you naturally start to look towards others for your fulfillment and for your excitement. In this message, I want to share with you the power behind pursuing your hobbies, your interests, and your passions in this life, not only for your personal growth and development, but to protect you from narcissistic abuse. My name is Kevin, and this is The Royal We. Now, before I do continue, I want to let you know that I'm here to support you. Down in the description box right below this video, you'll find access for one-on-one appointments with me. So if you're sick and tired of trying to find your excitement in other people, which leads to narcissistic abuse almost every time, stop doing that. Head on down there, schedule a one-on-one call with me. Let's talk about this. Also, the Royal We private membership is available for you, where you get daily support with me, along with a community of people around the world. There is fellowship every week, backstage pass, and even a daily workout program for you. It's all within a private app for members only. So head on down to the description box and check out the Royal We private membership for your healing. Now, we're talking about the power of pursuing your hobbies, your interests, and your passions as a way to grow, to heal, but most importantly, to protect you from narcissists in this life. You see, when you neglect your passions, your hobbies, and your interests, you create a void within your life, an emptiness, if you will. And you start to look towards outside sources to fill this emptiness and to fill this void in your life for you. Narcissistically abusive people are experts at identifying people with this void. They can sniff you a mile away. They can tell when you are at the brink of desperation for something exciting in your life because you do not have enough going on your own. You have forgotten your passions, your hobbies, your interests. You are no longer finding fulfillment in this, and so you're looking for something else to save you. Narcissists are ready to rush in. That is their trap, if you will. It's the perfect opportunity for them to dangle their razzle-dazzle, to love bomb you, to put a meal in front of a hungry, starving person. Never mind that it's McDonald's food, which has not an ounce of nutrition in it, and I'm not trying to pick on McDonald's, but that's exactly what it is. Look at this food I have for you. This is good for you. Eat it. Doesn't it look good? And now we all know McDonald's looks good, doesn't it? Heck, it even tastes good at that first bite of those French fries until you realize down the road it's not even real potatoes. It's some nasty chemical made in a lab with zero nutritional value. But don't pay attention to that. Pay attention. Don't pay attention to the fact that there's nothing of value, nothing of nutrition for you in this food. Just pay attention to the fact that you're hungry, and there it is. It looks good. It tastes good. That is the narcissistic person in your life. Never mind that they offer no nutrition to your soul. Just look at the razzle-dazzle and the excitement, because after all, you're hungry for excitement. In fact, you're starving for excitement. Why? Because of the void that's created, because you stopped creating excitement in your own life. You stopped pursuing your hobbies, your interests, and your passions, leaving this emptiness, leaving this void. But here is the worst part. The more involved you become with the narcissistic person, the more you start to depend on them for your excitement and for this fulfillment, which puts you in a dangerous place because this dependency that you start to feel puts them in control. It gives them power over you. It sets the stage for you to be manipulated, for them to take this excitement that they gave you and to start to weaponize it and use it as a tool. And that's exactly what narcissistic people start to do. Once the narcissistic person knows that you're hooked, you were hooked at that bite of that fake McDonald's food. Once they realize they got you hooked on it, now they take this and they start to toy with you with it. They will sprinkle a little bit of excitement and then withdraw it. After all, it's all fake. It's not real. It's just a facade. It's not even sustainable. So that's the best thing they could do, is to bring it in a little and then withdraw it. Bring it in and withdraw it. Part of this is to manipulate you. The other part is because they know it's not sustainable. They are not always that fun and exciting. They are not that good to be around. They are not everything that they promise you that they are. And so it's impossible, even on their best month, to constantly be what they showed you during the love bombing phase, to constantly be that source of your fulfillment, that source of your excitement. It's impossible for them to maintain that. So the fact that they withdraw it from you and then sprinkle it back in, withdraw it from you, it serves two purposes. Number one, it keeps you in a place of desperation and wanting more. But number two, it frees them of the expectation of having to always deliver on a promise that they can't deliver on. It would be like McDonald's being able to deliver on the promise that their food is nourishing to your body. It can't be done. Now, the cost of this artificial excitement in your life, because it's not from a true source from within you, it's not from your own hobbies, your own interests, it's from an outside source that's an illusion, it's fake, and now it's toying with you, giving you a little and taking it away. The cost of this is devastating. At some point, you might even forget what your passions and hobbies and interests are altogether, because you fall into this place of being so desperate for this person who is now manipulating, having weaponized the excitement that they share with you. Eventually, you just become a shell of your former self. You become sick. You become decrepit. You become broken. This is when a lot of people hit rock bottom. This is when you totally forget who you are and what you're capable of. It is for this reason that it's crucial that you keep up with your hobbies, your interests, and your passions, because this becomes a wellspring of your own self-fulfillment. And when you find self-fulfillment in the things that you enjoy doing, your passions, your hobbies, your interests, you're less likely to fall into a narcissist trap. As a matter of fact, you won't even be attracted to it. It's kind of like you being able to cook a good, healthy meal, and so you know what healthy food looks like. You thrive off of the healthy food that you eat on your own, and so you're not even attracted to McDonald's. Listen, I could sit here and tell you 100% certainty. I cook my own food. I have no desire to ever go to McDonald's. Not because it doesn't look good, not because it doesn't smell good, but because I know what's in it, and I know that it doesn't even compete with what I make for myself. This is the mentality, and this is what you want to have in a world full of narcissistic people. You want to be so satisfied with the wellspring of your own fulfillment in this life, your own passions and interests, that even when a narcissistic person does come by with their razzle-dazzle, you're like, not that big of a deal. I've got my stuff going on. I have plenty of excitement in my life. I don't need somebody to bring excitement into my life. All I need is somebody who wants to share my life with me, and I can share their life with them because we have enough in common. But I'm not interested in the razzle-dazzle. It doesn't do anything for me. So listen, if you're not in that place right now, I've got some ideas for you to get you into that place, working towards self-fulfillment, beginning with number one. Start scheduling and making time for your hobbies and your interests, and make yourself do it. Literally take out a calendar and mark on that date, I am going to go and practice my golf swings. I am going to go and row on a boat out in the river. I am going to go and make a video. I'm going to go make a song. I'm going to go do an artwork. Do something that is a hobby or an interest, and make yourself do it even if you don't want to. Listen, keep this in mind. A lot of the reason people eat McDonald's is simply because they're too lazy to cook. Sometimes when you don't allow yourself to constantly practice your hobbies and your interests, you can become lazy in them. And then it becomes out of the sheer laziness that you no longer do these things, which then goes right back to the beginning of this video. You're then excited by other people. You depend on other people to become the source of your excitement out of laziness. So make yourself do your hobby. Make yourself get involved in what interests you, even if you don't want to. Number two, start looking for and joining clubs that resonate with you and the things that you enjoy doing. It's always good to be able to connect with others that share the same interests as you do. Now, you're not there just for the connections. You're there because of your interest, but the connections and the groups and the members are an added benefit to what already is fulfilling to you. By the way, happy to let you know that the Royal We has a private membership just for that reason, where we are not only engaging one another in healing from narcissistic abuse, but there is a workout program. There is fellowship for those of you who are interested in what the Bible has to say about narcissistic abuse. There's a workout program, all kinds of stuff. So if you're looking for a membership where you can grow in your understanding of what you've experienced, then join the Royal We membership. Join a group. Number 3, set personal goals. Sometimes it's a lot easier to stay involved with your interests and your hobbies and your passions if there's goals involved, if there's something you're trying to achieve, if there's a deadline you're trying to meet, whether it's lose weight through exercise or deliver a piece of art to some show or convention, whatever the case may be, with a goal in mind, you can stay on track when it comes to your interests and your hobbies and your passions. So set those goals. Number 4, last but not least, keep exploring new things. Don't just settle into what you believe your hobbies and your interests are because that's all you did growing up or whatever. There is an entire world of things out there, and there's a lot about you that you probably don't even know yet. And the only way you're going to discover these things about you is to explore new things, to take those risks. So don't just stay stagnant in all the old hobbies and things that you used to do. Start finding new ones. The whole point of this message is for you to prioritize your hobbies, your interests, and your passions as not only a way to protect yourself from narcissistic abuse, but to build up your life, to establish yourself so that you are so fulfilled that you're not attracted to narcissistic people. You don't need the low-hanging fruit. You don't need to eat McDonald's, no matter how good it looks, no matter how good it smells, because you are fulfilled by the food that you create. That's what this message is all about. Prioritize your self-fulfillment. Prioritize your hobbies and your interests in this life. Prioritize that over your relationships, over any relationship, over all relationships. Now, this might be counter to what many of you have heard. Many of you have heard, don't put yourself above others. No, I'm here to tell you, put yourself above. Absolutely. Your hobbies, your interests, your self-fulfillment has to come first. Only then can you share it in a relationship that's good for you. Listen, I'm going to wrap this up. Stay passionate. Stay strong. Stay courageous. Stay curious. Get out there. Develop these hobbies and these interests. If you need help, I'm available for you. Down in the description box, you can schedule one-on-one time with me. I do take telephone calls and video calls through Zoom, FaceTime, and WhatsApp. In addition to that, check out the Royal We private membership. Get involved with a community of people who know what you're going through. Discover your strengths, discover your power right within the private membership app. So head on down there, find out more about it. I'll be back with more videos for you right here on the Royal We. If you're brand new to the channel, subscribe to this channel because that's the only way this message grows. Like this video, share it with somebody who needs to see it, and I'll be back. Before I leave, check out one of these videos right here recommended by the YouTube algorithm. Bye, everyone.